What if I told you that Croatia, a country that emerged from the breakup of Yugoslavia just over 30 years ago, now has a 99.8% literacy rate, is one of the safest countries in the world, and leads economic growth in the Balkans? Behind its beaches and Game of Thrones fame lies a fascinating political story. In this video, we're diving into how Croatian politics works, who's in charge, and what challenges the country faces today, from its imperial past to its role in the EU. Let's start with some history. After the collapse of Austria-Hungary in 1918, Croatia joined the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, later Yugoslavia, but power was centralized in Belgrade, frustrating many Croats. During World War II, Croatia became a Nazi puppet state under the brutal Ustaše regime. After the war, it became a republic within socialist Yugoslavia, led by Josip Broz Tito. That era brought industrial growth but little political freedom. In 1991, Croatia declared independence, triggering a war with Serb-led forces. Over 20,000 people were killed, but by 1995, Croatia had secured its independence and began its transition to democracy. The country held its first multi-party elections in 1990, with Franjo Tuđman and the HDZ, Croatian Democratic Union, taking power. Today, Croatia is a unitary parliamentary republic with three branches of government. First, the legislative branch. The Sabor, or parliament, has 151 members elected every 4 years, 140 by region, 3 from the diaspora, and 8 for national minorities like Serbs and Roma. Second, the executive branch. The president is elected by the public and oversees foreign affairs. That's Zoran Milanovic, in office since 2020. But most executive power lies with the prime minister, currently Andrej Plenković, who's led since 2016. Lastly, the judicial branch. Courts include a Supreme Court and Constitutional Court, with judges appointed to ensure independence. Croatia also has one of the lowest prison populations in the EU. Croatian politics is dominated by two major parties. The HDZ is center-right, conservative, and strong in rural areas. The SDP is center-left and popular in cities. But new parties are rising like Možemo or We Can, which is a green-left coalition strong in Zagreb. Most, or The Bridge, a conservative anti-corruption party. Domovinski Pokret, or Homeland Movement, a far-right party founded in 2020 by singer Miroslav Škoro. A major rivalry defines today's politics. President Milanovic, a populist who opposes armed support for Ukraine, versus Prime Minister Plenković, a pro-EU technocrat. Under Plenković, Croatia adopted the euro in 2023 and joined the Schengen area, big steps toward deeper EU integration. Former President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović, in office from 2015 to 2020, was also key, previously serving as a NATO official and signaling a pivot to the West. Now let's talk about Croatia's key issues. Corruption is a major problem. In 2022, a minister was arrested for embezzlement, and the HDZ has faced repeated scandals. Minority rights are protected on paper, but challenges remain, especially for the Roma, who face discrimination and poor access to education. LGBTQ+ rights are legally recognized, but public opinion is divided. Only 45% support same-sex marriage, and pride events often meet resistance. Media freedom exists, but the press is polarized, and public broadcasting is sometimes politically biased. On the world stage, Croatia has been a NATO member since 2009 and joined the EU in 2013, though it still has a territorial dispute with Slovenia over the Bay of Piran. Under Milanovic, Croatia has taken a more neutral stance on Russia, complicating its NATO alignment. Economically, things are looking up. Tourism makes up 20% of GDP. In 2022, the economy grew by over 6%, and projections say GDP could double by 2028 thanks to EU funding and service sector growth. In short, Croatia has undergone one of Europe's most dramatic transformations, from empire and socialism to independence and EU integration. It's a country balancing tradition and modernity, facing real challenges, but with strong institutions and growing global influence. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and let us know what country we should cover next.